Humor is an incredibly powerful tool for inclusion and for connection. And I've been on a quest for humor and laughter my entire life. If you realize that you have to be able to deal with the situational stressors around you, you can actually have more fun and use humor. And so the first thing I had to deal with is how to let the little stressors go and how to be able to celebrate the little victories. So when something bad happens, when something stressful happens, I put my hand right here and I say, bummer. Try that. Bummer. Let it go. One more time. Bummer. Let it go. When something good happens, I do this. WooHoo! Try that. Sometimes you just do it in your mind. On the way here, my wife Sophia and I flew from Portland, Oregon, and waited for the car to come, and it was late. And that's a what? Bummer. Let it go. On the way to the airport, we hit every single red light along the way. That's a what? We finally get to the airport. Keep up, people. Don't make me start over, all right? We go in, and there's a huge line at check-in, and I didn't realize then, but our plane had been delayed due to a mechanical problem, and that's a what? And I stand in line and wait, and this guy crowds in front of me at the last minute and yells at the clerk, and he says, I don't care if that plane's broken, I have to go to San Diego, I don't care if the plane is broken, and he walks off. And I looked at the clerk, and I said, I have a different opinion. If the plane is broken, I'm not getting on, and quite frankly, you can't make me. And it made her laugh, and she goes, Mr. Guard, you made me laugh. I'm going to upgrade you and your wife to first class. So we go through security. We go to board the plane. I hand my ticket to the agent, and I said, hey, we got upgraded to first class for free. And this young man goes, Mr. Guard, there's only one class of service on this airplane today. That is a cruel hoax, people. But what I've learned is we eventually got to San Diego and ended up in Chula Vista. And I learned along the way, our days are going to be a series of what? And what? And with a little work, we can take the what? And turn it into what? You know, I grew up in an Air Force household. My dad moved every couple of years. We, of course, moved with him. And I had to make friends. Every 2 years, I had to come up with a new list of friends. And what I did was I used humor. My older brother played music. My younger brother was in theater. For me, I connected with people with humor. And along the way, you know, different jobs that I had along the way, I worked for the state of Montana Human Services. I was a food stamp caseworker, one of the hardest jobs I've ever had in my life. And I watched people burn out all around me, right and left, because when we made a mistake, people could go hungry. It was incredibly stressful work. And I learned that it wasn't about laughing at people. Sometimes I needed to laugh at myself. And as C.W. Metcalf said, laugh not with ridicule, but with objectivity and acceptance of self. And I found as I went through my day that what I needed to do was to use humor to lighten up. Now, a lot of you have black roller bags like I do. I'm probably the only one that has black orange chicken feet sticking out. When it's in the overhead, I can spot this thing a mile away. And it started out because I would put my bag in the overhead like this, and if it wouldn't fit, I'd have to put it sideways like this. People would come behind me after I sat down. They'd want to put their bag in. They'd move my bag back around like this, and then the bin wouldn't close. I'd have to check my bag. Since I put the chicken feet in, it doesn't happen anymore. I've actually watched people grab the handle, get right about here, and just put it back.